How are we doing, you guys? Joshua Dollar here. We're here for another lesson in the Credit Mentor 3.0. We're going to go over now how to travel free, kind of how it all comes together, how to use the points, how to get the points, all that good stuff, all right? So the first thing you need to know in how to travel free is you need points to get free travel, okay? How do you get points? Through credit cards, all right? So there are a couple things you can do. I'm going to start from the beginning. Let's say you don't really have any credit cards. I'm going to start pretty much from where I was a year and a half ago. I had no credit cards. The only thing that I had in my name was a car loan that my mom had co-signed for me because I had no credit, so I wasn't able to get a car loan. So I was lucky that I had a mom who was willing to co-sign for me. But she did that for me, and that was the first thing that showed up on my credit report. As soon as it hit my credit report, I want to say I started off at around 650, 660 or so. And then I immediately went to Macy's and Best Buy, and I got the credit cards there. So department store credit cards. Department credit cards are very easy to get. So these are the ones you usually want to start off trying to get. This is if you have a score of around 600 plus. Try to go for a department store card. If you're just trying to add like just history or something like that, have spending power. Department stores, credit cards, Macy's, Best Buy is what I have. 600 plus, you should be good around there. You might not get approved. If not, then we'll go over how to get the inquiries taken off in one of the later lessons. But department store cards, or there's a Bank of America. So a Bank of America cash rewards. That's what it is. All right, it's a red credit card. It's very basic, but this one specifically does not require a social security number or a credit score, CS's credit score, okay? So in order to get this cash rewards credit card, you don't need a social security number. You don't even need a credit score. This is a beginner's credit card. This is to get started. The only way to do this, though, is by going in branch. You can't do this online. So go in branch, talk with a business relationship manager, a BRM. Learn the BRMs around your area, too. If you're really trying to get into this as a hobby and you want to start really taking advantage of this, build a relationship with these business relationship managers, because they're the ones that are going to be able to raise your limits to get you approved, get you loans, all this stuff. Like, you want to be on these guys' good side. But go in, talk to a business relationship manager, or even just like whatever banker they have open, really. But no social security number, no credit score. You should be able to get approved for this card. You'll get a very low limit, a couple $100 probably, but it's something to start with. And use that technique that I talked about earlier. I think I've already talked about it. It might be in one of the previous lessons or one of the ones that are going to be ahead of this. But one of the ways that I like to get my credit scores raised without having to ask for it, because if you apply for a credit score limit increase, they're actually going to run your credit score to give you a hard inquiry. So if you want to avoid that hard inquiry, max out your credit card twice a month, keep it paid off every single time. You could get to the point where you're maxing it out every week. That's the best case scenario. Because basically what they see is that not only are you using your full spending ability every single week or twice a month, but you're also paying it off in full every month. Remember, we talked about always pay off your credit cards in full. It's the most important thing. So when you're doing that, they see that and they're like, well, man, he obviously makes 2, 3, 4 times as much money as what we've given him access to. Let's give him that amount of spending power and see what he does with it. And then once you start maxing that out too, they're like, shoot, this guy makes a lot more than we thought. Here you go. Here's more spending power. Keep spending. Just be consistent with it. So once you get your first couple cards and your credit score is around 715 plus, this is when I recommend you go for an Apple-Rama and you try applying for a bunch of cards at once. Preferably, you would want 730. Like, this is really good. If you have a 730 plus and you're going to apply, you're going to most likely get approved for the majority of what you're going for. Even with the 715, you should be getting approved for a lot of it. But there's still some that might give you trouble at 715. But you should be good around here. This is when I would recommend going for an Apple-Rama, because anything you get denied for, we can always just try to remove the inquiries later. But now, the first credit card I would say going for is probably the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you want to go for it. This is a $95 annual fee. This one is $495, I believe. Something like that. It's like $500. This is the upgraded version. But the reason these ones are so great, first of all, is usually you can get a really good bonus with them, at least 50,000 points for the Sapphire Preferred. I got 80,000 on mine. If you go in branch 2, sometimes you can get a better sign-up bonus. But this is a much bigger annual fee. You also get way more benefits, though. I'm not going to go into what all the benefits are right now. If you want to read about them, go on uscreditcardguide.com, read through all the benefits. It's ridiculous. You get travel insurance, cell phone insurance, car insurance, priority pass, a whole bunch of stuff for the flights, not to mention your bonuses. But the other thing that makes these cards specifically so powerful is not only does it give you UR points, okay, Ultimate Rewards, which is Chase's system, but it gives you access to what's called the Sapphire Portal. You guys, what you want to do to start getting free travel is learn not only this portal, but all portals, okay? Amex has a portal. Citibank has a portal. Founders Card has a portal. All these guys have portals that you'll book through to be able to use your points, okay? Let's say, for an example, okay? So let's get into how much these points are basically worth and how the best ways to get free travel, because there are efficient ways and there are non-efficient ways to get free travel. Let's say you got your bonus on the Sapphire Preferred, it's 50,000 points, all right? So right now in your bank is 50,000 points, okay? You want to go fly from, okay, I'm flying to New York in a couple days. So if you wanted to do that flight from San Diego to New York, all right, so SAN to JFK, and learn the airport codes too. You don't really have to, but it's just fun to know, like when you're talking in the group chats and everything, and you're throwing out all these acronyms and all these airport codes, and you know exactly what they're talking about. It's just kind of fun. But what you're going to want to do is when you're booking this, the inefficient way would to be, first of all, use Skip Lagged. I've already looked that up before or showed you guys that. It's on the free lesson, Skip Lagged. This is how I like to find all the flight patterns. When you use that, then you'll figure out what flight pattern you want to take. So all right, this is the fastest flight, this is the the least amount of stops, this and that. Once you find that, let's say it's Delta, all right, this is going to be your UR points. So this is in your Chase account. You'll go to your Ultimate Rewards account, and you'll go to transfer to an airline partner, and you'll simply transfer the 50,000 points to Delta, and then now you have 50,000. They're actually called Sky Miles, SM, Delta Sky Miles. Now you have 50,000 Delta Sky Miles. Delta is going to charge you anywhere from 15,000 to, I've seen 30. I've actually seen up to 40,000 each way for economy. Okay, so do the math. You only have 50,000. If you're booking it for multiple people, you and a significant other, or you and a family member, and each way is going to cost you a minimum 30,000. That's not enough to get you guys there, right? So it gets one person there. Yeah, it's a lot of free stuff, but how can we get this 50,000 to not only pay for both of us to go, but possibly even pay for a hotel too? All right, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So remember, there are inefficient ways and there are efficient ways. Learn the portals. You could do the same thing. Hotels are ridiculous. Oh my gosh. If you were to transfer UR points to a hotel like Hilton, they're going to charge you at least 40,000 points a night. That's ridiculous. You're going to spend like 250,000 points for a week? No, that's very inefficient. Don't do that. What you're going to want to do is go to the Sapphire Portal. All right? And we talked about the Sapphire Portal a second ago. But basically, just the way you do this is you go through the UR account just like you were to transfer your points over, but instead you just go to book travel, okay? And it'll take you to the Sapphire Portal. And you'll notice when you look up these same flights and you go to Delta, you go to Hilton, you go to whatever, it's going to show all of the places that Chase is partnered with, right? So that basically, they're already basically partnered with everybody. So they're going to show you all these deals that they have, and you'll be able to get that same flight sometimes through the Sapphire Portal. I've seen 5 to 20,000 round trip. Okay, that's huge. Being able to get a round trip flight for just like 5 to 10,000 points, that's ridiculous, right? Southwest is actually really easy. Southwest, I've gotten round trips for 5,000 on Southwest all the time. But to go cross country or something with Delta or American Airlines or United, round trip for 20,000 points, that's really, really good. You can do the same thing with Amex, same thing with Citi, but make sure you're booking through these portals, okay? Now, let's get a little bit more efficient. You've gotten your bonuses, your manufactured spending, you're being good with your points, you're using them correctly, or you just cashed them all out for cash if that's what you wanted. Now we want to get extra benefits on top of that. We want to get status. We want to travel better. We're not going economy anymore. We want to start flying first class. We want to start renting nice cars. We want to start, getting the best possible discounts. All right, how do we start doing that? Step one, I would say, is to get a concierge card. Okay, two of the best ones you'll find. This is my favorite one. Is Founders Card is the first one, and a new one I just recently found and got going with is called Select. So these are concierge cards. They're not credit cards. They're something you have to sign up for, and they make it seem like it's super exclusive to get in. It's like, oh, what's your business? How much money do you make? How long have you been in business? All right, well, review this application, and then they'll say, you've been approved out of thousands of applications. It's like, they take anybody, they don't care. Just put whatever in the applications. You can even put that you make $1 million. They don't check anything. But Founders Card, Select. Founders Card I like the most, but basically what these guys are, they're partnered with virtually everything, not only hotels and travel, but lifestyle stuff. Dell, Adidas, Nike, gyms, local gyms, yoga studios, just a bunch of local stuff you can get discounts on. It's really worth the money. I want to say Founders Card is $400 a year, Select is $250 a year. One trick that you can do for Founders Card to get it shipped, that's supposed to be an S right there, Founders Card. One trick that you can do to get that cheaper is if you go through the whole sign-up process, fill out the email, fill out everything that you need to fill out, but don't sign up. Wait about a day or two. Wait about a day or two, and they're going to send you an email. It's a remarketing email, and basically they're going to try to get you to come back and say, oh, we noticed you filled out the application, but you didn't finish it. Here's a $100 discount to get you going. I believe the one that I got was about $100. It might have been $150 or something. But either way, you're going to save some money just by filling it out and not sending it in. They're going to retarget you. I like to do this with a lot of stuff because once you learn about marketing, honestly, you'll figure out, like, everyone does remarketing and everyone's willing to give you a discount to get going. So just fill out the stuff and then wait. You'll usually get some sort of offer. Select is really good too. The thing that I prefer about Founders Card over Select, though, is Founders Card gives you statuses. Select is a lot of discounts and stuff, but Founders Card will give you complimentary gold with Hilton and Marriott. They'll give you a lot of other statuses with silver status with Marco Polo Club, priority pass. You also get Clear. If you don't know what Clear is yet, they're not everywhere, and unfortunately, they're like never at the airports that I go. They're not in San Diego for some reason. But there is going to be one in JFK, so at least I'll get to finally use my Clear membership. But it's basically like TSA. You can breeze through the security super fast. You don't even need your ID anymore. They just scan your eye and your fingerprint and just walk on through. Super cool. And you get that for free with both of these. But the other thing Founders Card gives you when you become a Founders Card Elite, Select doesn't have like an Elite version, but Founders Card has an Elite version. It's $800 a year. One thing you can do is when you sign up for this using the discount, if you upgrade, you upgrade, you get Founders Card Elite, that will actually give you President's Circle with Hertz. You just send in you're on the website, you redeem the benefit, they will send you a status match, and you'll become President's Circle with Hertz. You then immediately, don't even wait for Hertz to call you back, immediately, as soon as you redeem the benefit, call up Founders Card that same day and say, hey, I just accidentally upgraded to Elite, I was just trying to check out the benefits. But I accidentally upgraded. I don't want to do this. Can you please cancel that and refund me? They'll do it for you. You'll still get the Founders Card. You'll still get the President's Circle, but you won't have to pay for the Elite. You'll just downgrade back to regular Founders Card, and you'll still get the benefits. So that's kind of a little hack that I like to do. That's really cool. But definitely want to get on these guys. This is a really good stuff. And then once you do all that, really, it's just a matter of keeping up with your manufacturer spending, making sure you have points to spend on this travel and stuff. You can get an entire trip, flight round trip, hotel, everything through these portals for like 100,000 points, and that's like a week-long trip, and that's for 2 people. So definitely worth it. I've been doing it a lot. I've flown it like 25 times the last year and a half. It's really changed my life, so I really hope you guys take advantage of this. Don't forget to do your research every single day. Search on uscreditcardguide.com, creditdoctor.com, learn new things, learn new strategies, get new ideas, and just start traveling, guys. Hopefully I'll see you up there.